So today we're off to Stamford, and it's a good excuse really to go to a place I've never been called Trophy Cars, which has the MGTF or MGF. Um, the MGF was the initial launch car, which was very successful, and then toward the end they made a TF version, which is a little bit confusing to me because the MGTF was a car they made back in the 50s, around 54, which was an updated version of the TCTD, and then the TF, which they just made more sloping, stylized. The headlights were integrated into the bodywork, more like the Frog Eye, and the rear tank was sloped back, but minimal changes. So it's a bit confusing why they named the this 90s model TF as well. But anyway, excited to see him. It was a Rover project back in the day, and it was originally concepts of it back in the 80s, but without approval for the project and funding, they didn't really get to launch it until the 90s. Earlier 90s, they did a MGB RV8, which was using heritage body cells, and they put the Rover V8 into it. So that's a cool car because, you know, tiny MG with this large V8. It's not many of those. I think they built 2,000 V8s, and about 80% went to Japan. So not a common car. I saw them at car shows recently. They tend to appear, but you don't really see them parked out on the streets, unfortunately, because you wish it's a car that you enjoy seeing and you wish they made more of. So yeah, excited to see the MGTF. It's a car that apparently around the time of the launch, it was Rover had a partnership with BMW, and they didn't want it to compete with, I believe, the Z3. So yeah, it never really made it to the States. It's not something I saw around there. But over here, it was for a period of time the best-selling British convertible for its day, for a period, and it did really well. You see them around time to time, not as much now, but they're still out there. And yeah, they had a nice 2-liter 4-cylinder motor. One had the variable timing camshaft, which produced 148-ish horsepower, and it was a nice little car. It had a hydro gas suspension, which is different. Never really seen anything with that before. So instead of having the kind of struts and springs, it had rubber diaphragms in the canister, and they were connected to each other and would use liquid and gas to manage the the pumps. So it's a bit different. I think toward the end they went back to the traditional kind of coilover suspension strut setup, but the earlier ones didn't have this interesting suspension, which I believe works well. It seems to work, and it's different. The the project, unfortunately, it's a shame it didn't launch earlier back in the 80s, because it could have developed a lot more than it was able to. But yeah, for their time, they were a great car. I think Rover, you know, MG has always kind of been a price conscious. You know, it was back in the day more the entry level British sports car, which was, really nice because you get plenty of them produced, parts availability, practical to own and live with, compared to some of the rarer ones where you might not be able to find parts or need to have them machined. So they're really are, you know, the quintessential British sports car, above all others. And this one was also made to a very competitive price point. Would have been under 20,000, I think, maybe 17, somewhere around there, thousand, competing with the Mazda MX-5 sort of price range. So it offered a lot for that range, really. And you look at it, and it's, for the money, it's a fantastic little car. They were able to amortize the costs of the bodies through getting the body metal fabricators to cover the development costs, so they could amortize it over the production, which allowed the project to kind of come to fruition. Also, Pininfarina designed the hood and hood frames for it and supplied those for the car, so it was a nice coming together where it could finally come to fruition and show up in driveways. And I'm excited to see them because I've never really experienced them or seen them around too much. Never saw them in the States, and only see them around occasionally here now. But you do see them, and it's always fun to see them. So I'm looking forward to exploring them. There's all sorts of fun colors and different options like hardtop, and the mid-engine design is different. It was not many mid-engine cars back then. Maybe Porsche or the MR2. So it's just I looked at the new Cyberster at the Oakham Car Show a couple weeks back, and that's a beautiful car. Lovely. It has the kind of scissor doors, lift up. Lovely car, and very more spacious, larger. It has all updates. It's built to better standard for the interior. Very nice and everything. Lovely car. I'm not sure where those are landing. I think it's around 70,000 pounds. If you have the money, it's fantastic. Performance as far as speed is incredible because it's all electric. And fantastic, yeah. But I think that if you have a budget more of 5 to 10 grand, go down to Trophy Cars, and they have low mileage MGFs, or MGTFs, and that'd be a fantastic car to just cruise around Britain in. When you can't get the top down without the rain, it's just, for the budget, they get a low mileage car, that convertible modern-ish MG. Fantastic. Yeah, I think it's worth checking out and going to Stamford. I'm just gonna pop over, take the Morgan out, and see what they have there, because it's a good excuse to. We'll take a look and see what's there. Apparently a whole lot, because they seem to be the specialists in this one particular model of MG, and seem to have all the best cars there. So excited to see it. All sorts of models here. 2004, 2006. It's like a 99, a bit more curved. So that would have the gas suspension. Some of these later ones probably have the normal coil-over suspension. Oh, that's clean on the inside. Looks like it could be off the showroom. Little cooling vent for the motor, and then these side intakes. Kind of cool. Boxster-esque sort of style. It's the earlier one, more rounded. Personally, I think I prefer the later ones, but I don't know. Earlier one's one of those styles that might grow on me. The headlights are very different. The later one's a bit more aggressive styling than these earlier ones. Look at that. Nice little car for 6,000 pounds. Proper manual shift. And just having the mid-engine be a lot of fun. Classy silver blue top. And it's got some chrome hoops and a wind deflector on the back. Nice wheels on this one. Yeah. Love it. So, British Union Jack with the racing flags. These two. I think the dark color looks really smart on it. This black one really catches my eye. Yeah, lovely collection. I think the anniversary is probably the one I'd take. The black with the red interior is just really cool combination. It stands out. Just adds to the occasion of driving these things. Yeah. So that's it. Very nice. Fun to have a look around. It's got some special calipers. It's like painted, very nice. Red calipers look good on these. And that red interior is very nice. It's probably a low mileage example as well. Very good value. Right? Yeah, look at that interior. Lovely. The shifter looks, it's a nice style with the aluminum looking handle there, very classy. Kind of reminds me a bit of the mini shifters. She's got a very nice blue interior. Very fun. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining me today at Trophy Cars. So if you're looking for an MG, definitely spot to go. Particularly for this model MG, it's really the only spot that's like this in the UK, servicing just this particular model. So loads of parts out there, everything you can need for your MG. Yeah, take care.